you are talking to? And the Lord says, yes. And you are like, Lord, it's me. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know what I've gone through? Don't you know what I'm passing through? How dare you ask me to arise and you say to me, it is a command. Brethren, look at verse 2 again. For behold, darkness covers the earth. Thick darkness is over the peoples. So the Lord recognizes where you are. He recognizes that it will be a tough one for you. But guess what? It says, but the Lord will rise upon you and his glory will appear over you. Brothers and sisters, it is not you. It is the glory of the Lord that wants to shine through you. You must understand this. In yourself, you are correct. There is no hope. It's broken down. It's finished. But if you allow the Lord, then he will glorify himself, and then you will rise, and then you will shine. The Lord is aware, but it says, accept my glory by faith. The story that came to my mind as I thought about that, you must understand that NEPA took light. So the interview was halted midway. Who knows? Maybe they would have asked a question they couldn't answer and they would have cancelled. But God said, no, this is my glory. It must shine. And I guess those ones said, let's get him out of there. Are you getting it? It is the glory of God. It's not you. It's not you, it's the glory of God. You must come to that place in your life. That's where I am. That's where I live. I live in that place where I just believe that God will sort me out. I just believe that God will sort me out. On many occasions, when I look ahead, I remember when we used to live in rented apartments. I was telling my wife the other day, usually at this time, my peace begins to go on vacation. Why? Because my landlord will ask me for rent at the end of November. The first year, I noticed that Christmas was not fun. I said, what's the matter? I realized that, okay, it is the house rent. So I stopped worrying about it. And you know, every year, miraculously, he will raise the house rent, we will pay it. He will raise the house rent, we will pay it. He will raise the house rent, we will pay it. Until today, I no longer have to pay rent. Once upon a time, I paid my rent by faith. I believed God that the money will come. Sometimes a week to deadline, there's no money. But I got to a place where I no longer worry. Because when you walk with the Lord, He will sort you out. All right? There's another instance of the word arise that I want us to look at this morning. It's the word, they call it uprising. Uprising is defined as something, a situation in which a group of people join together in order to fight against the people who are in power. End SARS. End police brutality. Uprising. And I said, Lord, how are you bringing this into my message? So I want to tell you why I support them. I support end SARS. I support end police brutality. In fact, the second service today is going to be a prayer meeting focused on Nigeria. That's what we're going to do at the second service. Why do I support them? Number one, Genesis chapter 1 verse 27. So God created mankind in His own image. In the image of God He created them. Male and female He created them. You know what this means? It means that God gave us freedom. Therefore, no human entity, by whatever name or designation, has the right to take away our freedom, as we have seen done in Nigeria. That's my number one reason. Number two, Acts chapter 5 verse 28 and 29. Acts 5, 28 and 29. We give you strict orders not to teach in His name. He said, yet you have filled Jerusalem with your teaching, and you are determined to make us responsible for this man's blood. But Peter and the other apostles replied, we must obey God rather than men. There comes a time when if men in power go against God, then we have a responsibility to disobey them and obey God. This is what happened here. They told them, you must not demonstrate. We don't want to hear you mention Jesus anymore. We don't want to hear end SARS. And they say, you've crossed the line. Yes, we're supposed to respect power and authority, but when power and authority goes against God, then we must make a choice. Do we stand for God or do we bow to men? End SARS says we stand for God. Anytime those in authority misuse their God-given power, we have the right to defile them in God's name. And then my third reason, do you realize that when the people of Israel were in Egypt, the constituted authority was Pharaoh, yes or no? But what did you find? God and Moses versus Pharaoh. In the case of Nigeria, it is God and our young ones all over the country, east and west. You know, I was so happy on Friday when I saw the Muslims praying and the Christians gave them a protective shield. They divide us with religion, they divide us with tribe, they divide us with ethnicity. But guess what? Haven't you noticed that when they are stealing, there's no tribe? When they are stealing, there's no religion. Haven't you noticed? They are in agreement when it's time to rig elections. They are in agreement when it's time to steal our money. But you and I, when they finish, they come to us and say, don't support him, he's Igbo. We are Yoruba. He's Hausa, we are Efik. He's Muslim, we are Christian. I went to a federal government college. Some of my best friends till tomorrow are Muslims. Devout Muslims are that. And we are doing things together to enhance ourselves. So Moses, God aligned with Moses against Pharaoh. So whosoever wants to be a Pharaoh in Nigeria, I can assure you, God is on our side against them. So in summary, brethren, what have we said this morning? Let us arise and build, whether in our private and individual lives, in our community, in our nation. Shall we rise to pray? Choir, do you know the chorus of that song? You should know it. Let's sing that chorus. You know me, I don't know songs. I just know how to cause trouble for choir. You don't know it? I didn't hear.
Yes.
You don't know it. So give my wife microphone. That's why I married her. You know it? Oh yeah, sing it. I thought you don't know it. I was wondering. Shall we rise? We're going to sing that song once or twice, and then we're going to pray, and then we'll wrap up this service.
Life is easy When you're up on the mountain,
Thank you, Jesus.
and you've got peace of mind like you never know, but things change when you're down in the valley. But don't lose faith, for you're never alone. And the God of the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God in the good times is still God in the bad time. God of the day is still God in the night. For the God of the mountain, for the God of the mountain is still God in the valley, is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, when things go wrong, He'll make them right. Come on, He'll make them right. And the God in the good times, in the good, is still God in the bad times, is still God in the bad. God of the day